models were reportedly warned about going home with comedian Russell Brand as he could become angry if people didn't sleep with him, it was claimed. The latest claims come after he was accused of rape, sexual assault and emotional abuse at the height of his fame. Channel 4's dispatches, The Times and the Sunday Times published the allegations over the weekend after 4 women alleged to have come forward with claims, with the incidents taking place between 2006 and 2013. Brand, 48, recently shared a video statement denying criminal and very serious allegations and insisted all of his sexual relationships had been consensual. 3 broke their silence after the allegations aired, with one alleged victim making a report to the Metropolitan Police, and a further person recently spoke out with claims against the comedian, claiming she felt vulnerable and intimidated. And now, in new claims, fellow comedian Cole Parker, who worked with him in the early 2000s, said Brand had a reputation in the modeling industry. Agents would reportedly tell models Brand could turn nasty if they fooled around with him but didn't sleep with him. Speaking to BBC Newsnight, Parker claimed, a lot of the modeling agents would sit down and tell their models. Warn them about him. Things like, people go back to his house and they fool around, and then if they didn't want to go all the way, he had a reputation for sometimes getting angry or a bit nasty if people wouldn't sleep with him the first time. And given the fact that he was a celebrity, very good-looking man, very funny, he didn't really need to sort of operate that way. There would have been plenty of people who would have been happy to get themselves involved in a dalliance with him. He didn't have to go with people who were reluctant to do so. It comes as another victim spoke to Sky News, and claimed that she was traveling in Russell's car, and alleged that he jumped on her. She added, the limo driver was turning around a few times because I was saying no, but he ripped a hole, more than one hole, in the tights that I was wearing. The woman insists that she and Russell had consensual sex. But she added that there was a fine line between being forced and coerced. She added, I wanted to leave and I said, I need to get a taxi. And he said, I'm not going to get you a taxi until you do this, which was a sex act. Not long before, he was accused of exposing himself to a woman and laughing about it minutes later on his BBC Radio 2 show. One woman, who has chosen to remain anonymous, came forward with a fresh claim following an alleged incident in 2008. She has said it took place when she was working for an organization in the same building as the BBC in Los Angeles. The woman never made a formal complaint, however, BBC management was informed about the incident in 2019, but no formal action was taken. She says she answered the door to Brand and his team on June 16, who were set to pre-record an episode of The Russell Brand Show. She went to the bathroom to get her medication and walked past the radio studio. The woman said while she was squatting down to look through the medicine cabinet, she felt someone behind her. The woman turned around to face a man's crotch. I was startled and got up and I realized it was the man that had let in Russell, she told BBC News. She recalled him saying, "Oh, I think you're a bit alright. I think you're a bit of alright," and that he was going to call her Betty. The woman said that wasn't her name, and claims he replied, "Well, I'm gonna fuck you." And I said, "No, you're not." She says he then pulled out his penis on his hand and pretty much served it to me as you would be serving someone some food. The woman said she felt trapped as the bathroom door was closed. She said he then put his penis back in his trousers, and she heard someone banging on the door, at which point Brand left. The woman returned to her desk and texted a BBC employee about the incident. He informed her he already knew what had happened as Brand was talking about it. Following the recent allegations against Brand, the woman tracked down the program being recorded on that day. The episode in question aired on June 21, 2008 and had an exchange between Brand and Matt Morgan. In the episode, Morgan said, "It's been 25 minutes since he showed his willy to a lady." A laughing Brand said, "Very easy to judge. Very easy to judge. Look." Morgan then quipped, "Receive this. He got told off for ringing a bell, minutes later has showing his willy." Brand could be heard laughing in the background. Morgan has since broken his silence and told BBC News at 10, "I was not aware until now of the nature of this encounter. I've expressed my regrets now looking back at the impact of the show, and this is a further example. The recent coverage has been very distressing to read and I reiterate my absolute condemnation of any form of mistreatment of women." Brand released a statement on social media denying all allegations that were initially put to him. In the video, he said, "I've received 2 extremely disturbing letters, or a letter and an email. One from a mainstream media TV company, one from a newspaper listing a litany of extremely egregious and aggressive attacks, as well as some pretty stupid stuff like community festival should be stopped, that I shouldn't be able to attack mainstream media narratives on this channel. But amidst this litany of astonishing rather broke attacks, often very serious allegations that I absolutely refute. These allegations pertain to the time when I was working in the mainstream, when I was in the newspapers all the time, when I was in the movies. And as I've written about extensively in my books, I was very, very promiscuous. Now, during that time of promiscuity, the relationships I had were absolutely always consensual. I was always transparent about that. Then almost too transparent, and am being transparent about it now as well. And to see that transparency metastasized into something criminal that I absolutely deny makes me question, is there another agenda at play? Rape and sexual abuse. If you've been a victim of sexual assault, you can access help and resources via www.rapecrisis.org.uk or calling the National Telephone Helpline on 0808 802 9999. Follow Mirror Celebs on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube and Threads.